What's up, YouTube? This is my first video about technology and stuff like that. So, as you can see by the title of this video, this is going to be centered around iPhone 4. Some of the features I'm excited about, and just basically a platform for me to be able to talk to somebody about how cool this thing's going to be. So, I wasn't an early adopter of the iPhone, first and foremost. So, I didn't start out being an Apple fanboy. I wasn't always an Apple fanboy. Starting to show tendencies now, though, so I will be honest. Actually was with T-Mobile, had a BlackBerry. They actually upset me a little bit, so I ended up switching over and said, you know what, might as well take advantage, jump on with AT&T and get this iPhone, check it out, see what it's about. Always been into gadgets. I love technology, and I'm a big video game nut. So the iPhone was something for me that was a pretty cool test. So picked up the 3GS in about August of last year. Have loved it. Really started to even veer towards Apple, even on the computer front, because for many years I was dealing with PCs and buying laptops, and I really just couldn't stand the fact that after a year of owning a laptop, a lot of the time your laptop would just get super slow. Even if you cleaned it up, it wouldn't perform like it was supposed to. So I bought a MacBook, had it for about a year now, and still runs as fast as ever. So back into the iPhone story. Was very happy with my 3GS. I know that Apple's going to come out with a new phone every single summer. And I wasn't planning on getting another iPhone this summer, but after seeing the iPhone keynote, or the Apple keynote, which was entirely about iPhone pretty much, it was almost too good to pass up. It was a big leap. It wasn't just an upgrade. I mean, really, they changed a lot of things. They put a new A4 processor in it, which is going to make the iPhone way faster. It's the same processor that's in the iPad. Put a sweet display in it, the Retina display, which for people like me who have average sight 20/20, you're not going to be able to tell pixelation. Now, if you look on the internet, you look up Retina display, iPhone 4, you're going to find a lot of websites that are trying to dispute Steve Jobs' statement in regards to whether the human eye will be able to tell a pixel or not. First and foremost, you probably couldn't tell a pixel on the current iPhone. All right, so to sit back and analyze it, will you be able to tell if there's pixels now because it's a Retina display and all this stuff like that? If you have 10/10 vision, then you don't need to be having an iPhone anyways. You need to be like I don't know, an astronaut or some kind of a fighter jet pilot or something like that, because you have like eagle vision. You need to be doing something else. You need to be making a lot of money using your eyesight and your superhero powers. But if you're a regular guy, regular person, guy or girl, 20/20 vision, what he said is on the money. Okay, pretty much holding it regular distance away, you're not going to be able to tell pixels. And long story short, if you think the iPhone display you have now is sweet, imagine multiplying that same resolution by 4 times. And you tell me if the display is good or not, okay? So the display is going to be sweet. They have the camera from 3 pixel to 5 pixel. No, it's not 8 pixels. Evo fanboys out there, but at the same time, I bet you if we compare picture to picture at the end of the day, when the iPhone releases, you're going to see a pretty close comparison, if not the iPhone edging it out. Even with the 3 megapixel camera I have now, I take pictures, you would not be able to tell it's 3 pixels. It is beautiful. So it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And that is something that Apple's been able to do. Even though they may be late to the bandwagon with a lot of features that other phones may have had for years, it's how they package it, make it one real clean process that makes it smooth. And that's what has allowed Apple to kind of pretty much capture a lot of this market. So some of the other features, video camera. Flip execs are sweating right now, as well as every other handheld video camera outlet. Okay, I actually picked up one of these. Okay, I actually have one right here. It's a Kodak. You can barely see it here. I'll turn it on. You can see. All right. I love it. It's real sweet. I actually went to Italy, took a bunch of really cool video with it. In fact, if you want to see it in action, I have a video that I just posted of Venice, which was taken on the most high def setting on that, which is the 1080p. A little bit choppy, So I learned during my honeymoon that the 720p 60 frames per second is probably the better way to go when you're filming with something like that. But the iPhone 720p 30 frames per second, so not quite as smooth, okay, but still pretty smooth. And this is something that, again, it's in your pocket, okay. So even if you're not planning on capturing a moment, you can do that, upload it right from your phone via network right to YouTube. Sweet, right? I think so. So this is going to be a huge facet. They also announced the iMovie application for $4.99 or $5, whatever it's going to be, will be released shortly, thereafter, or at the same time as the release for the iPhone, which is going to make pretty cool for video editing. I'm not sure how user friendly it's going to be. If you're going to want to do it on the little iPhone screen or not, but you'll have the option of doing it, which is cool, right? You like the flexibility of being able to do that, so that's a pretty neat feature. And FaceTime, obviously people in the UK have been talking about FaceTime being out for a while, or video calling being out for a while. A lot of people are criticizing Apple for it only being Wi-Fi only, which is not really their issue. Obviously that's going to be a network thing and an AT&T thing, but let's really think about it. First of all, the way I look at FaceTime calling, the best use for it, which I think Apple is trying to lead you to believe here, is to share moments. It's not to replace a regular audio telephone call. It is to share a moment with someone who couldn't be there at the time. Okay, so the fact that it's only Wi-Fi, I don't think is that big of a problem. In fact, Wi-Fi, as we see, is going pretty much spreading everywhere that you go. A lot of malls are going to have it for the entire mall. Already a lot of food chains have it. Pretty much everyone who's into tech is going to have it at their home. Okay, so if you're a techie or somewhat of a technologically savvy person, you're going to have a Wi-Fi base in your house, and probably the people you communicate with are going to have that too. Even the average home now has a Wi-Fi network to share for several computers and game systems and things of that nature. So I think that you're going to see that it is going to be usable, and you're going to get a better quality going over Wi-Fi via than just going over the 3G network. So I think that it's going to serve that purpose, and overall it's going to provide a pretty good experience to be able to just hit that one button and go to FaceTime, and then be able to flick it to something that you're looking at and watch someone's reaction to it. I think that's going to be awesome. You don't have to go into any kind of a chat client or special service that someone may not be signed up for. So I think that personally it's going to be a pretty awesome experience. So these are just some of my thoughts on the new iPhone. Let me know what you think about the iPhone. I'll probably post another video between now and the release date on some things I didn't hit on in this one. So hope you enjoyed.